Now, you told us a fabulous lie that just does not make sense, that nobody is going to believe.
On March 18, 2011, Detective James Drury sits across from 28-year-old Brittany Norwood and tells her, in the politest way possible, that her story is nonsense. For nearly a week, Norwood has been saying that two masked men attacked her and her coworker inside the Bethesda Lululemon store. By now, detectives have a problem with that. So does the evidence.
That.
No, Jayna did not think I stole anything.
So why did you kill her then?
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I never do that. Jayna was my friend.
Okay, then who did kill her? Because there were not two guys in there.
Yes.
No.
I don't know.
Brittany. Come on, girl.
And that clip is basically the whole interview in miniature. Norwood says Jayna was her friend. Drury says there were no two men. One of them is stuck with the facts. The other is about to spend the next 2 hours trying to outrun them. Before any of that, there was Jayna Murray. She was 30, lived in Arlington, worked in international marketing, and was finishing graduate studies at Johns Hopkins. Friends described her as adventurous, the kind of person who went bungee jumping for her 30th birthday and actually enjoyed it. On the night of March 11th, Norwood called Jayna back to the store after both women had already left. Hours later, Jayna was dead, having suffered roughly 331 separate injuries. Norwood was found bound with zip ties and far less seriously hurt. 6 days later, Norwood came in for this interview with her siblings, still blaming two unknown men. The trouble was that detectives already had employees next door reporting female voices during the attack, a sexual assault exam showing no evidence of assault, and blood evidence inside Jayna's car after it had been moved away from the store.
And that one of them would be watching the entire time. And I honestly don't remember the exact lot, but they said to, like, I don't know, like cross, it's almost like on the other side of Wisconsin or something.
Okay.
From that street. And if I wasn't back within 10 minutes, like, that was it. And I remember seeing a cop, and I was just too scared to even flag him down, do anything.
Okay. So where was her car parked?
The same side of the street the store is on.
Mm-hmm.
A
And
couple
where?
feet up. A couple feet up from the store.
Okay, like heading in which direction then?
Towards Wisconsin.
Okay. What's the name of the store that's right next to you guys? Is it a stationery store or something like that? And then what's the next store up?
I don't know, actually.
Okay. Where do you think it was parked?
It was on the same, I don't know, maybe a couple stores up.
Okay. And, okay, well, let's go through it step by step then. As far as you're returning to the store then, because you might remember some other things too.
I walked.
I'm sorry?
I walked back to the store.
Okay, no, I'm talking about as far as like you guys like getting into the store then, as far as the whole assault and everything, okay? What happened when you left the store and you discovered that like your Metro card was, that you didn't have your wallet?
Nothing abnormal.
Okay. Did you see anybody following you, watching you, or anything like that?
No.
Okay. And then you call up somebody to get Jayna's phone number?
Isla.
Okay. And then you call Jayna to get her to come back. And you're standing in front of the store. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened then? You're waiting for Jayna.
I'm waiting for Jayna.
Okay, and?
Set my bag on the bench. And made sure I didn't have it.
I mean, you're looking for your wallet still. Okay. And
That's it.
okay, and then what happens as far as like?
We enter the store.
Okay, well, where did Jayna come
I didn't
from?
see. She came from. Our store is here. She came from this way.
From Wisconsin Avenue
Yes.
or Woodmont or whatever.
Yes.
Okay. And
And then we both entered the store.
okay.
Do I
And
have to go there?
yeah, because you left out some things. Okay, so let's see if you remember some other stuff.
Left out what?
Well, as far as like the car thing is concerned.
I know, and that's the only thing.
Okay. Well, then let's do the car thing. Where did you get the keys from?
They were in her pocket.
In what
Her
pocket?
coat
And where was her coat?
on the floor.
Where?
Near the fitting rooms, maybe.
Okay, and what color coat?
It's black.
Okay. A Lululemon coat or what?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And what pocket did you take it out of?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. What did they do? I mean, how did they go about telling you that you had to move the car? Okay.
I don't.
Well, you were there.
I know I was there.
Okay.
They asked where her keys were. I said,
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know. And one of them hit me in my head.
Okay. But you know what? With what?
His fist.
Okay.
And I don't know. They said to look or something. I don't know. They didn't give a reason why.
Okay. Close your eyes and try to think.
I don't want to close my eyes. They didn't give a reason why. And when I finally found her keys, and they knew it was up that way.
They knew that
Yes.
where the car was parked.
They just said, it's up this way. We'll be watching. Don't try, don't do anything stupid. You can consider yourself dead.
Okay. And so what did you do?
I did what they said.
Okay, well, walk me through it, okay? Where are they when you leave the store?
They were still in the store,
Okay, whereabouts in the store?
near the fitting room.
Okay. And was the front door locked or unlocked? Or which door did you go out? The front door or the back door?
The front door.
Okay. And was that door locked or unlocked?
I don't remember. I want to say locked.
Okay.
I want to say locked.
And when you went out of the store, did you turn left, right, or go straight?
To the right.
Okay. And then what did you do?
Got in her car.
Okay.
Used her, the unlock button to see which car lit up.
Oh, okay, to see the chirp. Okay. And what were you wearing, by the way, at that time?
My black pants.
Mm-hmm.
I think what I had on.
Okay,
Just what I had on in my blue pullover.
Okay.
Just what I had on.
And what else?
I think that was it.
Okay, did you have your bag with you?
I don't think so.
Your black carry bag, your purse?
I don't think so.
Okay. And what else were you wearing?
They made me put a hat on.
Okay.
I had a hat on. It's a black hat.
Okay, why did they make you put the hat on?
I don't know.
Well, what did they say?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, just...
They would not. Do you know how many times they hit me in my head?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. At that point, I just did whatever they said.
How many times did they hit you?
I don't know.
Okay. Is that when you got the cut on your head, or was
I
that...
had that cut.
Hmm?
I had already had that one. It was just with their fist.
Okay. So, They made you put a hat on. Did they say why?
No.
Okay. And so you left the store and you went to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And then what did you do?
Went to the parking lot.
Okay. I mean, well, how did you get to the car?
I walked.
Okay. Were there other people around?
I remember seeing a couple when I was walking back.
No, toward the car.
I don't remember.
Okay. And how did you get into the car?
With her key.
Okay. And describe her keys to me.
I
Well,
don't know. I don't remember.
Obviously,
it has the remote on it, yes.
Okay. And then what did you do? You got in the car?
I got in.
From the driver's side or the
side.
passenger side?
The driver's side.
Okay. And
that's when I drove.
okay.
Like across Wisconsin. I don't know, and there's this big parking lot.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
I left it there.
Okay.
And came back to the store.
Okay. With the keys, did you lock it up or?
I don't remember. Yes, with the keys. And they kept the keys.
Okay. And you said you saw a police officer? Where was he?
When I was leaving.
When you were leaving the store or leaving the car?
The store.
Okay, where was he? And, or was it a male, female?
I don't remember.
Okay, black, white?
I have no idea.
Okay.
There was a cop car.
Okay. And which way was the cop car going?
I think that's the opposite direction.
So you were walking to your right, the cop car was like then going toward Arlington,
I think so.
where the giant is. Okay. And
after I just left it and came back to the store.
mm-hmm. And then what?
And that's...
How did you get in the store?
The door was unlocked.
Okay. And
after I got back, they took the keys.
And
that's when he sexually assaulted me.
Okay, now how did that go down? Because I guess it's a little bit different now, right?
No.
Okay, well, why don't you tell me
No.
how to...
It was in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Were
when
they
he
both
started
there?
cutting me. Only one was in there.
Okay, where was the
I
other guy?
don't know.
Okay.
I know he was walking around. I don't know where he was.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he started cutting me. And he was still hitting me. And I think that's when I blacked out.
He was hitting you
In my head.
in your head? Okay. And when did he tie you up?
After.
Okay. And again, I know it's hard for you, Brittany, okay?
I understand I didn't tell you that part. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I am also not safe. And I know you say that people don't come back.
They don't?
I don't want to be the one to take that chance.
Okay, well, why don't you then step by step by step walk me through it, okay? You go back to the store, okay? And were they standing by the front door waiting for you, or in the back, or what?
One was in the back, and the other was like near the fitting room.
Okay, and what was said, what was done?
Did you talk to anyone? And I said no. They yanked the keys from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. And then he did push me in the bathroom.
Okay.
And that's when that started.
Okay, well, walk me through it again as far as what started, what happened, step by step.
I don't know. He cut my stomach and my chest first. And when I was trying to fight him, he hit me in my head. And then when he was done is when he zip-tied me and he was still hitting on me.
When he's done cutting you?
When he was done. completely.
Drury starts where good detectives usually start, with the part of the story most likely to leave fingerprints, in this case literally. He keeps her on the car, the keys, the route, and the timing. He is not arguing with her yet. He is making her nail down a story that streets, witnesses, and bloodstains can either support or completely destroy.
Okay, well, we haven't gone through what he's done completely yet.
Go through it.
Okay. What kind of car does Jayna have?
I think it's like gray.
Okay. Automatic?
No, it's a stick.
Okay. Do you know how to drive a stick? Or your parents have a stick, or you learned on a stick, or what?
I learned.
Okay. You're walking from the store to the car, and you see a cop car going by, and you said that like you passed a couple of people.
On my way back.
Okay.
We were passing a couple.
Okay. And you got in the car and you drove off. Okay. People would probably ask, well, why didn't you just keep on going and not go back? You know?
Because I was scared for my life.
Okay, well, if you were in the car and you were driving away.
Because I knew they knew where I lived.
Okay, but then couldn't you, like, go get a cop or something like that and tell them that these guys are in the store?
Yes, I could have. I was scared.
Okay. Because, you know, people would probably ask stuff like that. And I guess I have to try to be able to answer that. So, what's the answer to that one?
I was scared for my life.
Okay.
I was scared for my life. That's all I could tell you.
Okay. And, you know, you pass people, like, walking up to the car and walking back too, you know. And I know that there are cops down there on Bethesda Avenue all the time on Friday nights. And they probably could have gone inside and done something. And again, the response would be that, why?
They knew where I lived.
Okay.
Maybe not knowing that, but I don't know, maybe it could have been different. They knew where I lived. They know where I live.
Have they tried to get in contact with you since? Have they called you up or anything like that?
I don't have my phone.
That's right. What else have you been holding back that you've been afraid to, like, tell us?
Nothing.
Okay. Why don't you describe them to us? Because I'm sure that if they're standing in the store, that you probably got a pretty good look at them. And I know that you were probably afraid to give us an accurate description.
I gave an accurate description.
Well, I mean, I think that you probably had more interaction with them than like you first told us. And again, you know, the whole point of this is trying to come to a successful conclusion.
I understand.
So try to think, okay? The first guy that's messing with you. Because obviously they're doing a lot of talking now, right? And they're probably moving around, and I'm sure that you would have been able to get a better look at them. You know, either the gaps in the between their gloves and their sleeves, you know, the eye holes in their masks, the inflection of the voice, you know, the whole 9 yards.
One was a little taller than me.
Okay, and you're...
Like 5'2", 5'3".
Okay, and how much do you weigh, by the way?
120, 125.
Okay. And this is the one that's with you for the most part, or the one that was with Jayna?
The one with me for the most part.
Okay. And what about his build?
Medium build. I mean, like maybe Dimitri's build.
Okay.
His coat was It made noise. It was like a swishy material.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Was his coat, did it button? Did it zip?
It zipped
Okay. Was it zipped up or zipped down?
up.
Okay. What kind of a shirt did he have on underneath?
A sweatshirt.
What color?
Black.
Okay. With or without a hood?
He had the hood on.
Okay. And his pants?
Also black.
Okay. And what kind?
Maybe like a nylon material.
Okay. Like a sweatpant, a running pant, or something like that? Or?
Like a running pant.
Okay. And what kind of shoes?
Black.
Okay. Street shoes?
Like tennis shoes.
Okay.
There wasn't like identifying marks.
Okay. Could you see if his shoes had laces or anything like that? Or if they didn't lace?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
When he pushed you down in the bathroom, how did he assault you as far as like, how did he get his penis out? Did he pull his pants down?
Unzipped.
He unzipped his pants? Okay. And did he pull his pants down?
No.
Okay. And how was it that he was able to enter you?
My pants were cut.
Your pants were cut down the front, on the side, or what? When did he do that?
He did that. That was the first thing he did when I was first in there. And then that's when he pulled me up and made me show him the key to the door in the back.
Okay.
So my pants were previously cut.
Okay. Before you went out to the car?
Mhm.
Okay. And
They were cut on my legs.
and this is before he made you go out to the car?
Yes.
Okay.
And he cut them after enough to be able to insert it.
Okay. But before he made you go out to the car, he'd already cut your pants?
Yes.
Okay. And then he pulled you up and made you get the keys to the back door? Okay. And how did that go down? Where were those keys?
I don't know who had them. They made me show them which key,
Okay.
but they still had them. They had the keys. From after going to the registers, they had the keys.
Okay. And who went into the rear hallway toward the back door then? Who went first?
He pushed me in first.
Okay. The guy that's with you or the guy that's with
The guy
Jayna?
that's with me.
Okay. And again, like Jayna's body was there? Okay. And how did you get through the doorway then?
He literally was shoving me
Mm-hmm.
and having to like turn sideways.
Okay. And
The other one was already back there.
and what was he
He had the
doing?
keys.
He
I
had
think he had the keys.
the other one?
The tall one.
Okay.
And he made me show him which one.
Well, how did he do that?
I put it in there. He gave them to me and I actually put them in the thing and turned the lock.
And what was he saying to you?
Nothing, I don't know.
Okay.
Before he gave them to me, he was like, which one is it? I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember his exact words.
The lights were on in there, right?
Yes.
Okay, in the hallway. So you should have been able to get like a halfway decent look at him too.
He was definitely taller.
Okay, now I'm about 6'2".
He was probably your height.
Okay, and what?
Maybe a little shorter.
And what about his build?
Medium to slim.
Okay.
Smaller than you.
Okay.
He maybe had on black jeans. They weren't the same pants as the other one.
Okay. And?
I don't remember his shoes.
What do you think? They were street shoes or,
I really don't remember.
like these, loafers or?
I don't.
And did he walk with you to the back door, or he just told you to walk back there and put the key in, or?
The tall one was already there.
Mm-hmm.
I was with the other one. And he hands me the key and tells me I better unlock it.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I do, the other one yanks me back out.
And?
That's when he pushed me on Jayna.
Okay. And how did you fall onto Jayna? I mean, were you on your hands and your knees,
like
or straight down, face down?
On my knees.
Okay. Were you straddling her, or were you actually physically, like, pancaked on top of her, or what?
He pushed me on her and he touched her head.
You touched her head? With what?
And I slid to the ground.
Okay, so your hands got in the blood on either side of her?
Yes.
Okay. I know it's hard.
And blood all over.
You had blood all over you? And then what? And what, did he say anything to you when he pushed you down?
It's my fault.
Okay.
This is because of you.
And then what?
And that's when they made me move her car.
Okay, well, how did you get up off of Jayna?
He yanked me.
Okay. By...
Hair.
Okay.
And I pushed myself the rest of the way up.
I couldn't hear you. You gotta remember, like, I'm kind of hard of hearing in this ear.
And I pushed myself the rest of the way up, and he's yanking me by my hair.
Okay. And then what?
After I get back out near the fitting room, and the other one comes out, and they're saying they can move the car. And they asked me if I knew where the keys were. I was like, I don't know.
Okay.
They're like, get her keys. I was like, I don't know where they are. And the taller one punched me in my head on this side.
On the side of your face, or on your
My
up
head.
here, up there? Or?
My head.
Okay. And then what?
They told me to look.
Did they say why they wanted you to move the car?
They didn't say why.
Because, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
I didn't say why. I don't know.
As the questions get smaller, the story gets busier. New details keep appearing exactly where they are needed, which is convenient in the way these stories often are. A pocket matters now. A bench matters now. The walkback matters now. Drury is letting her build the maze herself before he asks why none of it matches the floor plan. But before Drury gets to the part where this story really starts falling apart, if these are the kinds of interrogations you keep coming back for, subscribe and like this video. That's literally what we do here.
I want it to feel better after coming here.
Well, hopefully you will, okay?
I don't.
Okay, well, let's try to get through it. Where did you get her car keys?
They were in her pocket.
Okay, of her coat, you said, right? And where was her coat?
On the ground.
In what
Near
section
the
of
fitting
this?
area.
Okay. And you're still all bloody, right? You have like her blood on your hands and on your face and everything and on your clothes?
Yes.
Okay. And then what happened?
Tell me if I talk to anyone. Consider myself dead.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't know where like to go. And they just pointed like up that way.
So they walked out to the door,
No.
front door with you, or?
They stayed back.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked out the front door. And just used her thing to see which thing lit up. And that's when I got in. And they told me to leave it. There's a parking lot on the other side of Wisconsin.
They told you that?
Yes.
Okay.
And I had 10 minutes. After I left it, I walked back to the store.
Still covered in blood.
My hand was bloody.
Was your
And I'm sure my clothes were.
bloody? What about your forehead? Had that started bleeding yet, or did that happen after you got back to the store?
I did. I had blood on my face.
Okay. And how many people do you think that you passed?
2.
Okay. And you were walking to the car, or after you had parked the car, walking back? Okay. Did they kind of look at you funny or anything like that? You know, whoa, what's she doing all bloody?
I'm walking this way, and they were coming like this way.
Okay, you're walking back toward the store? And in which direction? And on what side of the
What
street?
street? The street our store is on.
Okay. So
On
you're
the
walking...
same side.
It's the same side as the store? Okay, so you're walking to the store.
Mm-hmm.
And which way were they walking? Toward
I
you?
think on Wisconsin.
Okay, towards you? Okay. And what did they say?
Nothing.
They kind of look at you funny? Like, again, you know, like, it is Bethesda, a black girl with blood all over.
I don't know if they saw. Like, I would have been more in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even know if they saw.
Who else did you see?
That was it.
And how did you get inside the store then when you went back?
It was unlocked.
It was unlocked? Okay. And where were they when you walked inside the store?
The shorter one was near the fitting room area.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was in the back, like near the office in the back.
Okay. And what were they talking about when you all walked in?
They weren't talking. When I walked in, I said, "Did you talk to anyone? Or you better not have talked to anyone."
Okay.
That's it.
And then what happened when you walked in?
That's when I was in the bathroom. And when he knocked me down, he was hitting me in my head.
Okay. Was there blood in the bathroom before, or was that blood from you?
I was in the bathroom before.
Okay. Whose blood would that be, do you think?
Probably Jayna's.
Okay. Because?
She was in there with the other one.
What was he doing with her in there?
Beating her, hitting on her. I remember hearing something break.
And where were you when he had Jayna in the bathroom?
I saw her in the bathroom after coming back from the registers with the other one.
Okay. When he had you open up the registers and got the money out or whatever? Okay. So he's walking you toward the back. Jayna is in the bathroom with the other guy. Is she on her face down, on her back, when he's hitting her?
Maybe her knees.
On her knees?
He's over her.
Okay, so is she on her knees like this? Or on her back?
On her knees, but
Okay.
the front of her is down.
Okay. And what's he hitting her with?
I think at that time, maybe his hand.
Okay. And where is he hitting her?
I don't know.
Okay. And what's the other guy doing with you?
He pushes me, I don't know, to the back.
Okay. And where the storage room is? In the office or
where
what?
the office is.
Okay. And
I don't remember what he's saying.
you don't remember? Again.
I don't remember what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, what's he doing and what are you doing when you're back there?
He's still like yanking me by my hair. I remember trying to hit him with anything possible.
Okay. And again, you're
I
going to
remember
speak
seeing
up.
like a mug, and he's behind me. And I think I tried to throw it at him.
And what did he do when you tried to throw it at him? Did he get pissed
Just
off?
yanks me. He's yanking my neck around. I don't know.
And then what?
I don't remember. He pushed me. And he pushes me out. That's when he hit me on my head. After he pushes me out of there.
Okay.
And he hits my head up against the glass.
Okay.
And then it's when he pushed me in the bathroom the first time.
Okay. And was your head bleeding then?
Yes.
Okay. And when you say he pushed you up against the glass, you mean the mirror that's on the side of you? Okay.
That's when he had me in the bathroom the first time.
Okay, now where's
And
Jayna?
again, she's in the other room.
Okay. Can you hear her?
Faintly. Not hardly as much.
Okay.
And the other one's yelling to shut up. Shut up, bitch. I don't know.
The other guy is yelling, shut up.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's when the other one comes out talking about that door and the alarm. And he starts cutting my pants. That's when he stops because he's talking about not knowing how to get out and the alarm on the door. So that's when I go to the back.
Mm-hmm.
We've been over it.
At this point, Norwood has now placed herself outside the store, covered in blood, with access to Jayna's car, passing other people, and still returning to the scene because two mysterious men supposedly told her to. Drury doesn't need to mock that. He just keeps letting it sit there and do the work on its own.
Yeah, but every time we go over it, something else comes out or changes a little, and so I'm just trying to get it as straight as possible.
But that's when I'm in the bathroom. The other one comes out and is talking about not knowing how to get out of here. And when he goes back in there, the other one's with me, yanks me up, and that's when he pushes me through there.
Into
Through
the
that
back,
door, yes.
where Jayna is.
Yes.
Okay. Now your pants are already cut a little bit or not?
On my legs.
Okay.
On my legs. And the tall one is back there by the door. And I want to say he had the keys. And it makes me show him which one it is to unlock it. And I do. And I put it in there and turn it. And then the one who was with me yanks me back and turns me around, and that's when he pushes me on Jayna. And that's when he's saying, this is because of you.
And again, how were you on top of Jayna? Because I still don't know if I understand.
I felt like on top of her knees and hands first.
You fell on top of her knees and
Yes.
hands? Okay. Where are her hands? I
I
mean,
don't remember. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know. One of my hands fell on her head
Fell on her.
before sliding to the floor.
They fell on her head.
One of them, like when I landed, it was on her head.
Okay, and again, I understand that you're emotional and that you're crying, okay? But with my hearing and, you're crying, I can't hear you.
One of my hands fell on her head before, like sliding to the ground in the blood.
One of your hands fell on her head before sliding on to the floor in
Yes.
the blood. Your right hand, left hand, both hands? Your right hand? Okay.
And he's still saying this is because of you. Before he yanks me up.
Okay. And was your whole body down on top of her? Or just you're on your hands and your knees? Or?
Kind of more like my hands and my knees.
Okay.
And he yanks me up. And it's when we get out there.
Who opened the door?
He did.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. And then what?
And he's shoving me through. And that's when they start talking about moving her car.
Okay, now is it just him or both of them out?
The other one comes out eventually. And that's when they start talking about moving her car.
And what are they saying?
Where are her keys? I'm like, I don't know. So the tall one hits me. And I don't know, he told me to find them, look for them. And her coat's there. And they were in one of her pockets. I get them. And they grab this. Before I go, they get the hat.
You said they grabbed this before?
The hat.
Where was that?
On one of, I don't know, maybe on like our mid-rack. The things that are like in the store.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't know where to go. They point up this way. Tell me I have 10 minutes.
Word for word, tell me what they told you.
They tell me there's a parking lot. Cross over Wisconsin. And I have 10 minutes. Or they tell me I'll die. I don't know. I don't know word for word. I don't know. I don't know word for word.
Okay.
I don't remember.
But you got the keys out of her jacket pocket.
Yes.
And do you remember if you had to wait? There's a stoplight up there. Do you remember if the light was red or green, if you had to wait or?
I don't remember.
Okay. And Did you drive straight across, turn left, turn right to get into the parking lot, or what?
I don't know.
Okay. And how did you park the car? Did you back it into a space, pull it into a space?
I just pulled it in.
Okay. And did you see anyone when you were in the parking lot? Okay. Excuse me. How long do you think that you sat in the car?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember.
What did you do?
I turned it off. I don't know if I locked it or not.
Okay.
And walked back.
Okay.
That's it.
And what happened to her keys?
I took them.
They took them? What did they do with them?
I have no idea.
And then what happened when you got back in?
I asked if I spoke to anyone.
I'm sorry?
They asked me if I spoke to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I said no. And then the shorter one was near the fitting room and the other one was in the back. And that's when he was in the bathroom and he starts actually assaulting me.
And was there more to the assault than like you first told us? How long do you think that he was inside of you with his penis? And what was he hard? Was he erect, or couldn't he get it up?
It was hard.
Okay. And
It was not that long.
I'm sorry?
It wasn't that long.
Okay, how long do you think?
Maybe like, I don't know. It wasn't long. Maybe like 10, 15 seconds. I don't know.
Okay. And is he saying anything to you while...
I'm a dirty bitch.
Excuse me?
That I'm a dirty bitch. And he calls me a nigger.
Okay. And then what?
After he takes that and starts using a hanger.
Okay. And how long do you think that, like, he used the hanger?
Like forever. I don't know. He told me he wasn't going to stop until I came.
Okay. Did he tell you to, like, moan or anything like that? Did you pretend like you were coming?
No.
Okay. Was he, in and out, back and forth with it?
Yes.
Okay. Did it seem like he was getting off or what?
Yes.
Okay. So he was doing it for quite a while then, with the hanger?
Yes.
I know it's hard. How far do you think that he got it inside of you?
I don't know. It was uncomfortable at times. I don't know.
Okay. And then what?
Sometimes me and he's hitting me in my head.
I'm sorry?
Sometimes me.
I still couldn't
He
hear.
zip ties me. And then he's hitting me in my head. And
He zip tied you,
yes,
and he's sitting in your head.
yes, I don't,
Where did the zip ties come from?
I don't know.
Okay. And then what happened?
I really don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know if I blacked out or what. Then I remember being on a stretcher. I don't know.
So, do you remember them leaving?
No.
Okay. So you were passed out from the time that he finished assaulting you until...
I don't remember
Do you
them
remember?
again after that.
Okay. Do you remember waking up during the evening at all? You know?
No.
Coming to, calling for help or anything like that? Or...
I was thinking I wanted to crawl and get my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember anything else.
Okay. So you remember wanting to crawl to get your phone? Okay. I guess people would ask, why didn't you?
I don't know. I don't know if I blacked out. If what?
Okay. And what else do you remember then?
I don't remember anything else.
Okay. Do you remember Rachel coming into the store and looking around, or some other guy? Okay. Dimitri, can you think of anything else right
Yeah,
now?
the only thing I was sort of confused on is, remember you said you saw a police officer, right? Was that like when you left the store or when you were parked?
When I left the store.
Or so when you first left the store? Okay.
And he was driving past in his
I
car?
think so.
Okay.
Notice where the confidence disappears. Norwood can describe flashes of the alleged assault in detail, but the connective tissue keeps vanishing. Who had what? When clothing came off? What happened between one room and the next? Those gaps matter because they are exactly where a staged scene usually stops feeling organic.
Let's take a break. Okay. Do you want to use the bathroom or some water or something like that? Okay.
Can I go?
Mm-hmm. Probably in a couple minutes. I just need to take a break though. Just wanted to clarify a couple of things. What were you wearing when they pushed you down on top of Jayna?
My black pants.
Okay. And what else?
My blue zip up.
Your blue zip up? Okay. And was the blue zip up then zipped up also?
Probably.
Okay. And what did you have underneath the blue zip up?
Gray long sleeve t-shirt.
Okay.
And a pink tank top.
Okay. Was the pink tank top then on top of the gray, or underneath the,
It's underneath.
Okay. And then underneath that you had a sports bra on? Okay. When he pushed you on top of Jayna, was she moving at all?
She moved when I fell on her, but she didn't say anything.
Okay. Did she moan or anything like that? I'm sorry? She was moaning? Okay. She was probably dying, right?
I don't know.
When did your clothing come off then? Okay.
Her.
Okay, well, let's do it like this. So, when he pushes you down on top of her, you have on your, they were black pants or dark gray or what?
Black.
Okay. And then your blue zip up. Okay. And underneath that, then you had on a gray long sleeve shirt, and then underneath that was
A
a
tank top.
pink tank top, and then beneath that was,
Sports bra.
okay, and that's the kind of multicolored jobby. Okay. And then he yanks you up and he takes you out into the
Yes.
dressing area. And is that when then they start doing the thing as far as you got to move the car?
Yes.
Okay. So when you left the store then, what were you wearing then? The same thing?
My same clothes.
I'm
I
sorry?
wanted to my same clothes.
Okay. And then when you came back, how did your clothes get off?
He must have took them off.
Okay. He must have. You did. Did he?
Must have.
Okay.
By now, Drury has walked her through the clothing sequence enough times to know where the weak points are. Norwood says she wore those layers while moving the car, then says they must have been removed later by one of the attackers. The story isn't getting cleaner, it's getting longer.
Brittany, comes a point sometimes when we have to break down and get everything off of our chests. Okay. I know this has really been rough for you as far as I'm sure that you have been going absolutely nuts for these past couple of days as far as what the cops have found out, what the cops have figured out, what the cops know.
No one will tell me anything. I can't even watch the news.
Oh, I can only imagine, You have got to be going absolutely nuts with worry, with fear. You gotta be. Gotta be. And you gotta tell us what really happened.
I'm telling you.
Okay, because I know what really happened.
I told you what really happened.
Now, what you've done is you've concocted an incredible story that doesn't make any doggone sense.
No.
Listen to me, okay? I've been doing this. I've been a cop for over 30 years. I've been working homicide for damn near 25 years. And I've seen a lot of stuff. And I've heard a lot of tales. And I've seen a lot of people, good and bad. And sometimes people get into situations way over their heads. And it's like, what the hell am I going to do now? How do I explain this? What the hell am I going to do now? I guess we can start off with the injuries that you have. They're self-inflicted. Yeah, they're self-inflicted. You did this to yourself.
No, I didn't.
And I'll tell you why. I know this.
I would never do this.
Yes,
to
you did.
myself.
Yeah. I'll tell you how I know this. Again, I've been doing this for a long time. And I've probably had, over the course of the years, about half a dozen cases where people have injured themselves, self-mutilation, and have tried to convince the cops that somebody broke in their house and did something to them. I remember one where it was really, really classic, where a woman said that a guy broke into her house and wrote, "Fuck you, bitch." It scratched it, cut it into her legs. The only problem is that when she wrote out "fuck you," it was this way, and bitch was this way, rather than the other way. It was self-inflicted. They're perfectly parallel. They're superficial scratches. Your pants were pulled down when this happened. The cuts don't match up with the cuts in your pants. The same way with the cuts on your stomach. They're superficial, okay, and they all line up. They're parallel. They're linear. It's obvious. It's a classic case of self-inflicted wounds. It's the same way on your top. I don't have a picture of that, I don't think. So that's number one, okay? And then your top is pulled down. It's incredible that you want me or anyone to believe that you're lying like this overnight, haven't moved, okay? That's posed. As soon as you heard somebody coming into the store, It's like, oh God, it's posed. Yeah. Because you even said that, like, you thought about, like, going to your cell phone. You could have gone to your cell phone. Okay? Brittany. Okay? I know about the thefts. I know that Jayna found clothing in your bag.
No, she didn't.
Listen. And that you had been suspected of stealing. And that they were having bag checks.
We always had bag checks all the time.
And I know that you were confronted about that. And I think you said that Shoma had, like, checked the stuff out for you, something like that.
And here comes the pivot. Up to now, Drury has mostly been collecting. Now he starts cutting. He tells Norwood the injuries look self-inflicted, says the damage to the clothing doesn't line up, and brings up suspected thefts at work. Translation: we're done pretending this is a mystery about two masked men.
They did. I cannot kill her. I cannot possibly kill her.
Was there someone else with you that forced you back into the store for whatever reason?
No.
Is that what happened?
No.
That you were walking down to the metro and somebody accosted you and forced you into the store and forced you to call Jayna to get her back to rob him?
No.
Okay. Then who killed her?
I don't know. Those guys killed her.
No, there were not two guys
Yes,
in there.
there were.
No, there weren't. No, there were not.
Yes, there were.
We've been inside that store for the past week looking at stuff. We've had blood experts in there looking at stuff. And all the tracks through the blood come from two shoes. Your shoes and those shoes that were inside the dressing room. The size 14s that were underneath the counter in here. Because you put those shoes on to track, yes you did, to track in there to make it look like there was somebody else that was involved.
I would never do
And then you put the shoes back in there. I think that, like, you need help.
No.
Okay?
No.
And I'm very, very concerned for you. I think you need help. And I think that you need to, like, really get this off your chest.
I would never kill her. I would never kill anyone.
I don't think that you meant to kill her. I think that like shit went south real fast for whatever reason, and that you went off.
No.
And that she went off on you too. Okay, come on, baby. You gotta tell me. You gotta get
We
this
left
off.
the store.
Okay. These guys give you the keys, tell you to go move her car. Okay? A cop goes by, and you don't flag him down.
No, because I was scared.
You get in the car and you drive off and park it and then come back so that they can kill you? Come on. Come on.
The way they were going to kill me.
How were they going to kill you?
I knew where I lived.
So, call the cops. They're still inside the store. Flag down somebody. You want me to believe that you walk down the street covered in blood? People are walking past you. No one's looking at you.
One.
Oh. It's 10 o'clock Friday night in Bethesda. There's people all over the place.
I didn't pass anyone except for on the way back.
Brittany, come on.
I told you what happened.
No. You told me what you want us to think happened.
No.
But that's not the truth.
I used to, but I told you what happened.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No. Nobody in the world is going to believe this story. No one. He doesn't believe it. My boss doesn't believe it. When I tell your brother and your sister, they ain't gonna believe it. And your mother and your father, they're gonna say, bullshit. This did not happen. And I'll tell you something else. Chris already doesn't believe it. Chris took me, remember when we were over at the house on Monday? And he said, I'm gonna talk to you. And we went outside. You know what he told us? Or what he asked us? Why is this girl dead and my sister is still alive? What kind of sense does that make?
I don't know.
Okay? He knows that something's shaky. He knows that it's something is real shaky and real funky. And when I talk to Chris and with Marissa, and we start getting into your background, we're going to probably find out that there are some psychological or emotional problems.
I don't have any problems.
Well, you do now.
I don't. Yes, after what they did to me, yes.
I'm sorry?
After what they did to me, yes.
I still couldn't hear you.
After what they did to me.
After what?
Well,
Again, I can't understand you, okay?
May I say something, Brittany? I think, and we deal with this kind of stuff all the time, right? And I can see two things that are kind of wrong with this. The second thing about like making up these guys, and that's very, very common. I've done it. Jim have done it. Like when you have something, when you do something wrong, like you break something in your house, your dad comes home and they say, "What happened?" The first thing you're gonna do is, "That wasn't me." I even went as far as, I've broken a VCR and I took it off and pretended like it wasn't even there. That's very common. It's very common human behavior to like cover stuff up, and I can certainly like understand that, and that doesn't bother me at all, because that's when stuff happened. I believe you were like, "Holy shit, this never happened to me before. I've never been in something like this before. I have to create something." And I can understand that and I can appreciate that, because you're not evil enough to just like, do all this. But the other part is how it happened. We already know there was a fight between you and her. We just know that. All the forensic evidence that we have points that there was a fight between you and her. But we just don't know why. We just don't know.
Your hair, clumps of your hair are in her hands.
And all that stuff, if we forget all this stuff, if we just forget it, right? And we just look at Brittany, when I first met you, when I first met your family, I was just like, Brittany is just such a nice person. Her family, I've never seen a family so loving and understanding of her. And I can't understand or believe how this thing transpired. And the only way I can explain it, something happened between her and you, some things went down, she got hurt, and afterwards you were like, you know what, you panicked. And all that stuff could be explained. As another human being listening to your story, I can explain all that stuff. The scratches, the putting on the shoes, I can explain all that, because that's natural human behavior. Anybody in your spot would have done probably, maybe not to that extent, but try to do something to cover it up. Because you know what that shows? That shows that you're a human being and you have a guilty conscience. And you've talked to us every single time, and I could tell you that, Brittany. I could tell you that you are a nice person. You're very respectful, and I can. That is why all that stuff happened. But what I don't know is, why is the fight happened between you and Jayna? And we know everything that we looked at in the store. We know there was a fight between you and Jayna. And I don't know if it because of the shoplifting. I don't know. I don't know if
I've never stolen.
But I don't know if it's because she was pissed because she had to come back to the store, if she called you a name. But we know there's a fight between you and Jayna. We just know that 100%. There's no doubt in our mind. All that stuff, forget about all that stuff, because that's human. Anybody in your place, after going through this, after never been in trouble with any kind of thing with the police, never been in trouble, anybody would have done this. Anybody. But you know what? What we're trying to figure out is, forget that. What happened with Jayna? Was she pissed? Did she call you a name? Personally, the whole thing about the N-word.
Did she smack you first? Bitch, what the fuck? I don't know.
And I don't know, I think the whole N-word, I don't know if, I know certain things you made up, but I don't know if she used that word. Something happened to get you to the point where this fight occurred. There was a lot of stuff afterwards. I don't care about that stuff. But what we're trying to figure out, what happened, what did she do for this fight to occur? That is it. That is it. Forget about all this stuff. Because we know, there's no doubt in our mind, that you did all that with the shoes, with the DNA. That's why it took us so long, because we were getting pieces of information from you and we were comparing it to the scene, and the DNA and all the evidence shows that there's a fight between you and her. Shoe prints, two people, no other people. Brittany, so this is where it is. Why did the fight occur? All this other stuff is just, I can understand that. Jim can understand that. We sat down and we said, she's a little girl, right? She's never been in nothing like that, and she's gonna want to just explain stuff. It's very hard. It's very hard to come out and say there was a fight between Jayna and me. It's so hard, and I can understand that, and I can appreciate that. But at the end, it's gonna come down to: are you a good person? And this bad thing happened to you, and you can explain.
We know you are.
I've never done anything.
I know you've never done anything like this before.
And we discussed it like 100 times. We said Brittany is just such a genuine, such a nice person. Why would this thing happen? And the only way I can explain it, if someone either hit me or call me a racial name, and then the shit is on. And afterwards you panic. That's my only human explanation to this tragedy here. That's it. That's the only way I can explain it, Brittany. Because after talking to you and your parents, and I just can't see you being this evil person, because you're not. You're not this evil person. Because people can look at that and say, this evil person set all this stuff up. I don't care for that, because like I said, when people do something wrong, that's human nature. They try to cover it up. It happens all the time.
And when people make up stories, when they make up a complicated lie, they keep forgetting things, okay? You can remember the truth. That's easy, because that actually happened. But when you try to make up a lie, and especially a complicated, convoluted lie like this, you keep getting things twisted and mixed up. Because you can't remember it, because it really didn't happen. But it really didn't happen like that, the way that you're telling us. It didn't, Brittany.
The second detective takes a slightly different angle. Instead of demanding a full confession, he offers her a smaller landing spot. Maybe there was a fight, maybe panic took over, maybe the cover-up came after. Detectives do this because tell us you murdered her usually gets you nowhere. Tell us how it spun out of control. At least sounds survivable.
You gotta tell us the truth. Why did it start?
I told you guys everything.
Let's just, like Dimitri said,
I told you everything.
let's just start with that one, okay? Why did it start?
I told you everything.
Did she hit you first? Because this is your hair in her hands.
I told you everything.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Nope. You haven't even come close. And I understand that you're afraid. Okay? I understand that you're probably thinking, God, what are my parents going to do now? What are my parents going to think about me? How are they going to think about me? How are my friends going to think about me? What's going to happen? You got to do the right thing. You got to get this off your chest, okay? Because you're going to go flat out freaking nuts. You can't carry this weight around with you. You can't. Marissa said that, like, you guys had to sleep together on the couch, on the sofa, okay? Because this is tearing you up. This is tearing you up inside, physically and mentally. It's got to be. For yourself and for your family, you got to tell us what happened, how it started. Let's just and I know you really don't want to. Okay? I know you don't want to. But you got to. You got to.
I told you.
You got to get it off your chest, baby.
I told you.
No, you didn't.
I told you.
No, you didn't tell us the truth. No, you didn't tell us the truth. You gotta tell us the truth. You can't hold this back. What happened?
I told you what happened.
No. What happened? You can do this. It's hard, but you can do it.
I already told you I want to go home.
Why don't you tell us what happened and then you can go home?
I told you. I did.
Nah, not even close. handprints aren't over there. Okay, this is her. Yeah, she's dead. You can't carry this burden around. You can't. Come on, Brittany. Let's take that first step. Not yet, you haven't. You've made up a lot of stuff to try to cover up what really happened because you're afraid. And you've probably been wishing that you could take all this back. That if you could turn back the hands of time and make it so that this didn't happen. I know that's what you want. But we can't do that. God, there's a lot of things that I wish I could take back. I can't do it. You gotta face up to them. Come on, baby, tell me.
Love you.
Mm-mm. How did it start?
I told you. Please.
I know it's hard. Your stomach is probably twisted all up in knots. And that's a natural reaction. And your stomach is going to stay twisted up in knots. You're going to be getting migraines and every doggone thing until you get this off your chest. Until you can finally start facing it. You got to. And we want to help you, okay? We want to help you.
I told you everything.
It's not like trying to bust you out or anything like that. It's trying to help you. And your sister and your brother want to help you. You know that. And they'll be there for you. You'll have a lot of support.
Neither one of us thinks you're a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
From day one. From day one, Brittany, we never thought you were a bad person. But we knew there was a fight between you and Jayna. We just knew it. Like, to me, like I said, all that stuff, again, that was secondary. But we knew there was a fight between you and Jayna. And that's just the one thing we wanted you to explain, is like, what happened between you and Jayna. We knew there was a fight. Yeah, Brittany. And we're just trying to figure out who started the fight and why the fight started. And that's very important. Because you obviously had some injuries on you. You have injuries. The stomach thing, yeah, that's after the fact. But you have injuries on you. So we refuse to believe that you just did it because you're trying to rob the store or take the money. I do not think this is about money or robbery or anything like that. But there's a fight. And you gotta explain the fight because you have injuries and she has injuries. That's the only thing we're concerned with right now.
How did it start, Brittany? Let's get past that. Let's just take that one small step.
I told you.
Mm-mm.
I want to go.
Norwood doesn't take the exit ramp. She keeps returning to the same position, which is basically, I told you what happened. Please stop asking me about reality. By now, the detectives are barely entertaining the intruder story. The room has moved on. She hasn't.
Well, I can't stop you, okay? But we need to get this resolved. Because I'm going to have to, bring your brother and your sister in here and tell them what's up.
I just want to go home.
Because you really need some help, man. Okay? We got to do this. Your mother, your father, your brothers, your sisters, they're not going to believe this story. That they gave you the car keys and told you to move the car. And then you drive the car 3 blocks away, park it, past people, past police officers, and then just calmly stroll on back to the store where you can get raped or killed. Because what do you got to lose when you leave the store? What, they're going to run after you and kill you? It's not even plausible. And I think that when you concocted this tale to explain why we're going to find your blood inside of her car, you knew that it wasn't going to be plausible. But it's couldn't come up with anything better. Nobody's going to believe that because it's not true. No, it's not. No. People lie to me all the time. It's part of the job. And it's part of the job to see through the lies also. How did it start?
Can I go home?
In a little bit, but how did it start? Come on, let's get this over with. Come on, baby, let's get this over with. Nah,
Please, can I go home?
Please, Brittany.
I've told you.
Please, Brittany.
I've told you.
No, you haven't. You told us a lie. You told us a lie. And you know it. We know it. Okay? So don't insult us and let's stop playing games. Okay? We are here to help you at this point. That's all that we're about, is trying to help you. But in order for us to help you, you got to take the first step. You got to help yourself.
Can I go home?
In a minute. Well, I'm going to have Chris and Marissa come on in here. And I'll have to tell them, okay? Either I'm going to tell them or you're going to tell them.
I just want to go home.
I know, and your stomach's all in a knot. And I'm going to have to show them what happened to her.
Please go.
Let me get your brother and sister out here, okay? I'll be back in a minute. Do you want some water now, or some coffee, or something like that?
Drury circles back to the car because it is still the ugliest part of the story. In her version, 2 violent attackers sent her out alone into public. She sees a police cruiser, has a chance to keep going, and then chooses to come back. That is not impossible. It is just doing an incredible amount of work for her.
I'm going to have your brother and sister come on back in a minute. But just so that we're on the right page,
come in now.
In a minute, yeah. What's your middle name, Brittany?
Erin.
E-R-I-N? Okay, and what's your date of birth?
5/19/82.
Okay, physically, what kind of a condition are you in? Good health? Is that a yes or good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And have you been drinking, taking any drugs? You're sober?
I'm sober.
Okay.
Only pain medication.
What kind of pain med?
Oxycodone.
Okay. When was the last time that you took some oxy?
Yesterday.
Okay. And you're a college grad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What time do you have, Dimitri?
11, I'm sorry, 12:39.
Okay, and is it the 18th?
Yes,
And what time is it?
12:39.
And what languages do you speak other than English? English only? Okay. Like I said, I'm going to have your brother and sister come on back and we can talk. But before I do that, I want to advise you of your rights. Now, you're not under arrest, okay? I want to make that perfectly clear. You're not under arrest, but I still want to advise you of your rights, okay? You have the right now and at any time to remain silent. Anything that you say may be used against you. You have the right to a lawyer before and during any questioning, and if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. Do you understand what I've just said? Is that a yes or a no? Okay. There's another question on here that deals with somebody that's under arrest, and I'm going to cross that out because you're not under arrest. If you would, though, if you would sign that for me, you can read through it. And you don't have to sign either.
Is that okay if I don't sign?
Sure. Absolutely. I'm just going to write refused.
I just don't understand what this form is.
What the form is? It's just a formality of advising you of your rights. What time is it now?
So, 12:41.
My rights for what?
Your rights as far as like talking to us, okay? You know, it's called your Miranda warnings, basically. And we'll give you a copy of this also. Again, we really want you to tell us the truth, Brittany. Okay? You got to get this off your chest. You know and I know what happened. Dimitri knows what happened.
Can I just see my sister and brother?
Sure. Let me go out and get him.
Probably leave. I'll let Jim and your family talk to you, okay? I'll probably leave and let Jim and your family talk to you.
You don't have to leave.
See, I'd rather you tell us than, your family. But that's just me.
Let me get another chair.
I'll just leave.
No.
How's it going?
You guys sure. I'm gonna shut that hallway door for you.
Are we used to?
I can stand one. That's fine.
I'll see Chris.
You might be here for a minute.
No, okay.
The rights warning changes the procedure, not the detective's opinion. Drury tells her she isn't under arrest, advises her of her rights, and Norwood refuses to sign the form. The message underneath all of that is simple. We are past information gathering now. We're trying to see if you'll finally admit what this turned into. Then detectives bring Norwood's siblings into the room and go over the case in front of them, which is not comfortable for anyone involved. It is, however, effective.
We spent the entire week inside of the store doing analysis, okay? Footprint, blood analysis and whatnot. There are only 2 footprints in blood inside that store.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany's
Mm-hmm.
and a pair of shoes that they use for people when they're trying on pants and having them hemmed.
Okay.
They're size 14s
Okay.
without any shoelaces. Those shoes and Brittany's shoes have tracked blood throughout the entire store. Brittany's shoes go to the front door and then come to the back inside of the store. No one else's. Okay. Brittany's shoes also go down the hallway where Jayna was killed and into the back room. The size 14s go down the hallway where Jayna was killed and into the back room, and then they turn around and they stop at a chair where Brittany probably sat down, took them off, and put her own shoes back on again after they'd been washed off. And then the size 14s had been washed off a little bit and then put on a shelf inside of the store with another pair of shoes on top of them. So I guess we're supposed to believe that the bad guys put on this pair of shoes, walked around, and then washed them off and then put them back up in the shelf for whatever reason. The injuries that Brittany has are self-inflicted. It's a classic self-inflicted wound. They are superficial, they are linear, they are parallel. The wounds that are on her thighs don't match up with the wounds that are the tears in her pants. She pulled her pants down and cut herself on her thighs. Linear, superficial and parallel. Same on her chest and on her abdomen. I've been doing this a long time. Those are self-inflicted wounds to make it look like somebody did this to her.
That's not possible.
But it's true.
It's not true.
Yes, it is. But then who did?
I told you.
No, because there were not 2 guys inside that store.
This isn't that. This isn't.
Listen, wait, just.
The only other thing, Chris, that I guess I want to add is we hear there's people at the Apple store that hear 2 women fighting, arguing, screaming at each other.
Forgot about that. 2 women only. No male voices.
The only thing that I could possibly fathom, because I have met now everybody in your family and Brittany, who has never been in trouble with the law, and this, like, personally as a human being, that affects me. I can't believe that this happened. Like, every single piece of evidence shows us there was a fight between Jayna and Brittany, and we know that Jayna is bigger than Brittany. Okay, Brittany's 5'2". Jayna is bigger than her. She obviously has an injury on her, and what I personally, what I was trying to figure out is there some kind of altercation between them, and then this happens. Like, all this superficial stuff that, like, and I was telling Brittany the same thing, like, I can understand, because we see that all the time with people trying to, like, hide stuff after the fact just because they have a guilty conscience, and it happens all the time. What we're trying to get to is just why the fight happened, because we know there's a fight.
Let me, I've got, there's a million things obviously right in my head. Let's say that you're right. Say Brittany kills Jayna. Why does she move her car?
That's what we're trying to figure out too. Is it to make it look like there was someone that stole her car? Because
Or not have it parked all night in front of the store.
Because we have a police officer that actually sees Jayna's car,
Mm-hmm.
parked in a lot with the lights on and someone inside for about an hour, hour and a half. And this is somewhere around midnight.
2 o'clock.
Okay.
This is the case stripped down to its bones. Norwood's own bloody footprints, size 14 store shoes used in the scene, superficial injuries, and witnesses next door hearing 2 women, not 2 men. In other words, the detectives aren't leaning on one inconsistency. They have a pile of them, and they all point the same way. A little later, they get to the part of the story that was always going to be very difficult to support.
That's it. That's it.
There's blood all over my tennis shoes and my clothes.
You said that they forced you face down on top of her. Okay, you would have been covered in blood. Okay?
Pushed me.
Yep,
This is Jayna.
that's Jayna. Ripped the seat of her pants and make it look like she had been raped. She hadn't been raped.
And neither was Brittany.
Brittany says that they forced a coat hanger into her. And the guy told her that like he was going to do it until she came. She has no vaginal injuries. None. She doesn't have any anal trauma.
All these shoe prints, there's no blood on Jayna's shoes. Not like she's been walking in blood.
They've been washed.
Right.
Exactly.
Jayna's shoes have been washed?
No,
That
Brittany's.
doesn't make any sense, because this... Okay. And this is in some back storage closet in the store?
It's a hallway, yeah.
It's just in the Lululemon store, not in some central... Okay.
Again, we're trying to figure out.
What?
Okay.
And this is posed. Okay? Come on. If somebody's been there overnight, they would have been rolled up like this, curled up, hugging themselves. When she heard the door open, she posed just like this and then started moaning.
Why would she? So you think that you're telling me that...
She's covering it up. What happened? She's covering it up.
It's normal human behavior for someone, especially for someone that never been in trouble.
And the story that she has come up with just does not match, okay? It's incredible. And the physical evidence knocks down everything that she tells us. Everything.
Like you're telling us there's 4 people in that back room. There's 2 shoe prints in there. There's no
Hers
4.
and ones that are kept inside of the store that have been washed off.
The sexual assault exam found no evidence of sexual assault. On its own, that doesn't solve the murder. But it does remove one more support beam from Norwood's story, which is becoming less a version of events and more a home improvement project. From there, the detectives return to the one thing they still claim they don't fully understand.
Which we think she did. Brittany, I don't think you set this whole up to kill Brittany, rob the store, whatever. I personally think you left your wallet. That is absolutely true. I think you walked to the Metro, which is absolutely true. You called her back, and for whatever reason, when she comes back, whether you're walking by yourself looking for your wallet and she accuses you of shoplifting once again because she's trying to check your bag because you're leaving the store, something happened. I'm looking you in the eyes and telling you, I don't think she planned to kill anybody that day. I think she was going to go home and be with her family. But something happened when she returned back to the store between her and this girl, Jayna.
What's Jayna's title?
She is, I guess, one of the managers.
Yeah, assistant manager.
Is that right?
Key leader,
What's your title?
educator.
Okay.
So Jayna took it upon herself, and from what we understand, Jayna is very, I don't want to say aggressive, but Jayna will do something like that. And I don't know if she accused her of shoplifting once again for whatever reason and tried to check her bag, and then something went down. I do not think she planned it. We do not think so. I think all this part of her story about forgetting the phone and texting. That's all true.
Did Jayna get in Brittany's face?
And then there's a fight. All this other stuff, just like I was telling Brittany, the covering up, all that stuff is irrelevant, because when a little girl is in that position, she's going to be scared and she's going to create all that. Not even for the fact of like getting away with the crime, because she doesn't want it to even herself to believe that this happened. And then, what we have left is the fight. And what we were trying to talk to, because everything else is going to show that there was a fight. We just don't know why. We don't know why there was a fight and who started the fight. Everything else is going to, like every little piece of evidence is going to fall into place, and it's going to show that there was a fight. There was no other people in the store.
Everything that Brittany has told us is disproved by the physical evidence inside of the store. Everything.
So this is what we're trying to get at with Brittany. That's it.
There were only two people inside that store, Brittany and Jayna.
They keep offering a smaller story. Maybe Jayna confronted her over theft. Maybe it turned physical. Maybe it wasn't planned. The point isn't generosity. The point is leverage. If Norwood ever admits the fight, even in a watered-down version, the rest of the interview changes instantly. After a break with her family, the detectives come back in. There isn't much evidence left to introduce. At this stage, repetition is the strategy.
Do you want to tell us why the fight started?
I just want to see my family. So
Well, you'll be able to see them, okay? Chris and Marissa are right outside, and they can come back and see you again if you want, okay? You want to tell us why the fight started, though? What happened?
can they be in? I know.
Well, I don't think that your sister can handle it, okay? And it's kind of hard for Chris, too. But you can certainly talk to them again after you talk with us. I have no problems with that. We're just trying to do the right thing. So, what did happen?
I just don't have anything else to say.
Okay, well, you already told Chris. I mean, like, this is recorded. We heard you when you admitted that, like, you know, you fought with Jayna.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
We heard what you said too, Chris. So, let's just, like, get it over with. I know it's hard, but let's just get it over with. There's no sense in holding back.
I just want them to be sitting in here.
When you tell us what happened?
I just want them to sit in here.
When you tell us what... When?
Just to be in here with me.
Okay. And again, they can. But why don't you just tell us how it started first?
I told you everything.
Yeah. Because there weren't two guys in there. It was just you and Jayna. Mm-hmm. You can't keep denying this. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, kid. Your own brother didn't believe it. No, Chris isn't stupid.
I just don't want you to, like, go down with the story like you're still, like, denying it to the end. And just like Jim said, this room is recorded, and even when your brother said we can't use it against you, we can, because for murders we can tape and listen for anything. Okay? And we just don't want you to go down as this evil person that stays like this till the end. We know there's a fight, and now you already told Chris that there was a fight, and we knew, like, my gut feeling was telling me there was a fight.
What happened? Yes, you do. You can't keep going down that road that you don't know, that you don't remember, because you do. You do know and you do remember. You don't want to, but you remember. You remember everything. And that's what's killing you. That's what's tearing you up and eating you alive inside. You got to get it out. Everybody's here to help you. Nobody's going to judge you. Nobody is being judgmental. Nobody is going to hate you. Your family's not going to hate you. Your mom and your dad. You don't want to disappoint them. They're going to want you to do the right thing for you to get this off of your chest. Everybody wants to be here for you. We can help you. Like I said before though, like you got to let us help you. You got to. Just that first step, baby steps.
You didn't mean for this to happen, did you?
Is it that she accused you falsely and called you a liar and a thief? What happened? Baby steps.
Oh, well.
You can do this, baby. Come on, you can do this. How did it start?
I can't talk about it.
I know it's hard to talk about it, but yeah, you can talk about it. I know it's very hard, but yes, you can do this. You can be strong. You can be strong. You can do this. You can be the person that your parents raised you to be. You can do this. Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. How did it start?
The pressure now comes from the fact that nothing is new anymore. Norwood knows what they have. Her family knows what they have. The detectives keep asking the same simple question. How did this start? Because the beginning is the smallest possible admission that could still blow the rest open.
You don't know how it started? What did she say to you? What did she do to you? Come on.
Sorry, I don't remember.
I know you want to block it out. How did it start? Tell us that. You can do this. You're strong enough to do this. Trust me, you can do this. You can do the right thing. You can be the strong young woman that your parents raised you to be. You just have to get over that hurdle. Right? Just got to get over that hurdle. It's not going away. We ain't going away. It's not going away. Talk to me. Come on, talk to me, Brittany.
Just don't know.
How did it start? Yes, you do.
Step out for 1 second.
Can you leave the door open?
Leave the door open? Okay. this chair.
I'll get out of it.
I think I still have it.
Sorry, I gotta keep the door closed because of the noise in the back, okay? Gotta keep the door closed because of the noise. Because people are walking and there's other cases going on and stuff.
Okay. I'm going to steal your pen. Thanks. Okay, before I advise you of your rights, okay, that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say may be used against you. You have the right to a lawyer before and during any questioning. And if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you. There's one other question that I did not read, okay, and that's note number 5 will only be used for an arrestee who will be charged as an adult. You have the right to be taken promptly before a district court commissioner who is a judicial officer not connected with the police. A commissioner will inform you of each offense you are charged with and the penalties for each offense, provide you with a written copy of the charges against you, advise you of your right to counsel, make a pretrial custody determination, and advise you whether you have a right to a preliminary hearing before a judge at a later time. Do you understand what I just said?
Not really.
Not really? Okay. You understand the first part, that you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say may be used against you. You have the right to an attorney during any questioning. And if you can't afford a lawyer, it won't be appointed for you. That much you understand, right? Okay, the 5th one has to do with if you're charged with a crime, that you have the right to promptly be taken before a district court commissioner. He's almost a judge. Okay, he's a magistrate who looks at the charges and will also then again advise you of your rights and explain to you what you're being charged with, set a bond in the matter, advise you of other judicial proceedings that would go down the road as far as preliminary hearings. Okay, so he's a judicial officer. He's not a cop. He's almost a judge, and he'll advise you of your rights and tell you what's going on, basically. Okay, so do you understand that? Okay. Do you want to sign this one now? You don't have to.
No, I guess not. I don't know.
Okay, fine. What time is it now, Dimitri?
It's 1:48 p.m.
Okay.
Just what am I signing is all I'm asking.
You don't have to sign anything, okay? It was just going to be this form that I read to you.
Okay.
Okay. And again, you don't have to sign.
Drury reads the rights again and makes the stakes clearer than before. And notice what the detectives are not asking. They are not asking whether she was involved. That part is settled in their minds. The only remaining gap is how a fight inside a yoga store turned into one of the most violent killings Montgomery County had ever seen.
I wanted to make sure that you fully understood your rights. Okay, because what I want to do is keep on talking to you. And I've been trying to be as patient and as gentle as possible with you, because I know this is hard for you, kid. Okay, I know it's difficult for you, but you got to do the right thing for your family and for yourself. Like I said, this ain't going away. Okay, we know what happened. We know what you did. The only remaining question really is, why did it start? Why did it happen? I would like to know it. Your family needs to know it.
I just don't want to talk right now.
I know you don't want to talk.
Sorry, I just
Okay?
can't talk right now.
And I know that you're afraid, okay? But your family needs to know why are we in this position? What happened? You owe it to them. If no one else, you owe it to them. They're going to be there for you, come hell or high water, but you owe it to them. You need to tell them the truth. And in the process, you need to tell us the truth so that we can help you. I can't make it any clearer.
And Brittany, the only reason we're still talking to you also is like if you were just some guy that robbed a store and shot the clerk and we had all this evidence against him, we wouldn't spend a minute. We would just shut the door and leave. We don't. With you, it's like both of us are looking at each other and we're like, there's no way Brittany would do such a thing. The way she was with us, there is no possible way that Brittany A planned it or B meant for this to happen and not even sorry about it. And that is the only reason why we're still here, because me and him can't leave that room, look each other in the eye and say, you know what, we have all this evidence and screw what happened to Brittany, screw her side of the story. We don't even care what she says. We'll just have all this evidence and we don't even care how it started. That's the only reason we're still here.
And we got to explain this to Jayna's parents. They are torn up. Well, you can imagine, they are completely torn up. Because they had to take their daughter back down to Texas and bury her. And I think you owe it to them too. So, let's man up, baby. You want us out?
I'm sorry, Brittany. We're gonna do some paperwork. If you need anything, we have to keep the door closed. But if you need anything, just not.
Just keep it cracked.
I'll try. I'll see what I can do. But if you need anything, either yell for us.
You're going to be under arrest and charged with murder, Brittany.
And we just gotta do the paperwork right now, okay? I'm sorry.
Now, before we walk out, you want to tell us how it
I
started?
don't want to be here alone.
Okay, well, we can't do anything about that
If
right
you
now.
need anything, just yell, okay?
Can
Water,
I sit someplace
bathroom.
else?
For right now, just sit here because I have to keep you here. I'm sorry.
Can you just keep it cracked?
Sure. Thank you, Brittany.
Norwood never gives detectives a full confession in this interview. What changes at the end is her status, not her story. She is told she will be arrested and charged with murder. Whatever finally triggered the violence stays unresolved on camera. The question of who detectives believe killed Jayna Murray does not. At trial, Norwood's lawyers did not dispute that she killed Jayna Murray. Their argument was that the state had not proved premeditation. The jury rejected that on November 2, 2011, finding her guilty of first-degree murder. On January 27, 2012, Montgomery County Circuit Judge Robert Greenberg sentenced her to life without the possibility of parole, along with additional concurrent sentences on the related theft and evidence tampering counts. Maryland's Intermediate Appellate Court upheld the conviction on April 29, 2015, and the state's highest court declined further review on August 24, 2015. In the public appellate record reviewed for the script, the conviction and life without parole sentence remain intact. If this is the kind of interrogation breakdown you keep coming back for, subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. It's the single biggest thing you can do to support the channel. And if you want another case where the story falls apart in real time, check out the next video on screen or catch up on the latest upload.